guys, and welcome to my flip through of Pirates, the updated Duplicates with the Difference version. I have been working through my back catalogue and bringing all of them up to speed with the new Duplicates with the Difference, and Pirates was great fun because I got to also revisit and redraw essentially a couple of the illustrations from this book. It's always been a favourite of mine, and let's have a look. This book belongs to page, and I've retained the little poems. And then this is our Zen pirate. The book belongs to page. This all stays the same. Now the paperback and the hardcover versions have both been updated, and they are the ones that are now available for sale. So you can just jump right in and buy the one you want. And yeah, publishing page, how to use this book page, all essentially the same. And this is hidden and is the same because this illustration rocked, but we do have a duplicate. So let's get the duplicates page up and we'll compare the pair. So as with my other books, black backgrounds have been added, but also the illustrations have been modified. So you can see he's got a whole new head essentially. And there's now a whole scene going on in the background. His cave's less restrictive. He's got a better view. And some of the treasure I think has changed in that. The harrowing incident of the hot chip by the seaside. Now I did redraw this with seagulls rather than these cute little seagulls, with ones with big beaks, but there was an outcry from the office, people who were saying that that was a beloved picture and what was I thinking. So I put it back, but this guy has been neatened up a little bit with the line work. And we also have a duplicates version with a black background and a crab added with a horizon. So there is that option available for you. And this is a whole new thing. So let me just grab something. Trust me, I'm a pirate. Now this was a page that looked a lot like this. We took an oath, we swore to keep upon a desert isle, but I'll be back all on my own in just a little while. And these guys are making a deal over their treasure with their fingers crossed. So skullduggery and deception going on here. But I just wanted to revisit this, and I've given these pirates a whole new lease of life. And there's a fun border, so that's a whole lot of fun. And I really enjoy the more swashbuckling. And that's the duplicates. So a few little changes. Not a lot. Black background, different boat. There's a moon. No border on the duplicates version. So Trust Me, I'm a Pirate has been totally redrawn. And this is Pipe Dreams, which was wonderful. So we didn't change the original, but we did change the duplicate. And I'm going to be colouring this in my May Colour Club. So if you don't have the book, you can grab the Colour Club pack and colour along with me everything I'm going to colour in May. It's the same pirate, but he's wearing different clothes, and I think some of the little creatures that are in this background have been edited and redrawn. The Hunter. Well, the Hunter is pretty much the same because I really liked him, but I think I just drew the border in a little bit and made the border a little bit more ornate. And sort of contained the illustration a bit more. And there is a duplicates version of this where he has also a different wardrobe, and there's a whole scene going on now behind him where there wasn't here. There's different seagull. There's a message in a bottle where there wasn't here. So this is the Kraken, which is taken from the front cover. So this is the front cover. This is the Kraken. It used to have a little "Don't Release the Kraken" sign on the top. I've taken that off. Now it's just the boat struggling with a Kraken. And the version is essentially the same with a black background and a border. So this is a little bit more contained, whereas this one bleeds off the page. Rowboat is the same, I think, for that illustration. And for the duplicate, I once again contained the illustration a bit more with a border and added some things. And he's wearing some new clothes as well. So the duplicates are quite fun. Gives a whole different bent to what's going on. This is the pirate and the persimmon tree. And that's the same in this book as it was in the previous book. But the duplicate has, I think, extra peacocks in the tree. And this guy is a little bit different. And we have a map where, well, I really liked this map, so I haven't changed it in the original illustration, but in the duplicate, it's a whole new map. And I haven't bothered with the black background because I think the map's enough on its own. So there's a little dinosaur here, and there's a couple of little pirates hiding, some little Kraken up there, and some little Yeti dude there. You can also see the treasure in a cave. Lots of fun. 2 maps in the pirate book. Oh, it just gets better and better, guys. It just gets better and better. And this is a new boat, which is the same as it was, but a new boat duplicate. Once again, the border is containing it, and there's a black background. So I think it must be much quicker to colour this because you don't have to worry about the background. If you're wanting a quick fix and you still want to colour a pirate boat, this could be the way to go. Sinking. Very fond of this illustration, and it's the same as it was in the previous book, but the update is different. So there's a sky, there's a new pirate, the mermaids have been changed. I think there's a couple of little other things going on. So the duplicates in this book are quite fun. Yeah, this is 3 men in a boat, which is the same as in the previous one. This is 3 men in a boat, duplicates version, and there's a border. So things are contained. I think there's a few little edits here, a few more fish going on. Spice pirates. Now, in the original, this was just a full bleed illo with some planet in the background. But I've shrunk it a little bit and put it all in a border. So that illustration has changed in the original, and there is also a version in the duplicates, which is also a bit different. Different spaceship, different background, black background added. A lullaby. Now the lullaby illustration used to once again be a full bleed illustration, and now it's got a border. So if you don't want to colour the whole page, you've got containment within that page. And he's wearing a different outfit here. His parrot on his shoulder is awake. The fish are awake. And there's a black background and a sky and a horizon. So good fun. What have we got? What's next? Oh, Pirate's Peril. This is one that I totally redraw. That was the original. Pirate ship falling off the edge of the earth. Because let's face it, a pirate's life is not a piece of cake. He does not sail his boat upon a lake. So here he is. There's a captain walking guy off the plank into a sea filled with sharks and serpents and big octopuses. I've also created a fun border on there, pirate border. I've upgraded that page a little bit from the original. And this page is similar but different. And here's our retirement village, which was great. Did add a little guy fishing here and a shark, because what's a retirement villa on the water without a place for you to fish? And in the duplicates, we've contained it into a border, and we've added a guy in a boat, but it's the same retirement villa, just from a different aspect. Pirate Love. Now, this was another one where there was outrage when I was discussing redrawing it, but this was the original. Lots of fun, and I have kept essentially that scene, but just added a little love heart of waves with an idyllic scene, an idyllic beach scene. The other thing I forgot to mention is I've included on every page a little inset illustration, which wasn't in the original. Anyway, the duplicate for Pirate Love is different. They're wearing different clothes, and there's a whole different scene. So if you're into Pirate Love, there's a lot in this book for you. Big The sea was big that day, my friend. It used to be a full page bleed, but I've bordered the initial illustration and made a few little changes to the duplicate with a difference. And this is the pirate's lair, which used to look like that. And I just wanted to play with that. I'm always up for designing a pirate's lair, the perfect pirate's lair. And I think we've pushed the envelope a little bit here, and we've got ourselves something more in the line of what a pirate would be after in his lair. We've got the ghost ship rotting in the background. We've got a little wharf, a boat. There are some sculptures. I'm imagining there's even a little guy here hiding with a mask in the background. There's a treasure in the eyes of the Skull Mountain. There's his little hideaway up the top. There seems to be a volcanic incident occurring. And of course our little pirate's at the back there, making sure no one's spying on him in his lair. And this is different, but it's essentially the same. We've made a few little tweaks in there, which I'll let you find. Bluebeard. Well, this is my dancing Bluebeard. I did redraw him, and I've created a border for him. Given him a little friend. He's still got his bottle of rum. Let's have a look at our duplicates version. Oh, he's changed a little bit, and he's not holding a bottle of rum anymore. He's holding a telescope. So if you're against rum drinking pirates, then go for the telescope version. And this is our Albatross bird cage. I was quite happy with that, so I've left it. But we have flipped the script in the duplicates, and now he's caged, and the Albatross is free. Siren Song. Now this was an illustration which was called Lookout. I just thought, you know what? Let's put this guy in. So we've got some mermaids again, sirens. This is based on one of my monthly giveaways, and I've just basically redrew it with an expanded reach. So now we've got like the queen of the mermaids sitting on a rock with a conch shell, which I'm sure she could blow to call in reinforcements. There's a little dolphin and a tiny little octopus down here. And the duplicates version, I'm afraid, gets a little dark because our dolphin's now an octopus. There's a skull instead of a little tiny octopus, and she's not holding a conch shell anymore. And it's night. So, and there's also a new poem. And narwhal. Well, I couldn't change this illustration because it's wonderful, but I did contain it with a border, so there's no longer bleeding off the page. And the inset on this page is one of my favourite insets. Look at that little lobster. So fun. And here's our narwhal in our duplicates version. Lots of changes in there for you to find. The lookout bar. Well, I've always been fond of a little bit of house drawing, as can be evidenced by my first book, which was Steampunk Houses. But I've decided to give the lookout bar a refurb. This was the old lookout bar. And I just made it a little bit different, but I think more fun. So it's now got a fun little border, and it's sort of a tiered little place rather than a higgledy-piggledy batch. But it's filled now with little people and scenes that are occurring all the way through. And I think this one would be a great lot of fun to colour in. And what's happening in our duplicates version is some changes. So there's things to find in there. But, you know, it's open from day to night. We've still got Jill's grill, and here she is cooking away. Some steaks, it looks like, and a pot of something. These guys seem to be chowing down on a big turkey. Lots of things to find in that illustration. Ark, there be a battle ahead. Well, this is my... I wanted to do a double-page battle spread, and so this was my introduction to that. So you can colour this page and it'll bleed through, but then the other way you can colour the next page. So what did we used to have was this epic battle, which was heaps of fun. So what I've done is I've redrawn this and tamed it a bit. So now it's a double page battle still, but the pages are bordered with some fantastic pirate borders, and we can see all of the boats. So you can see that in the previous one, the boat bled off. And I just wanted to see them both. So we've got the pirate ship here with our little captain dude on the side, and sharks and pirates riding narwhals. But we've also got what looks to be, is it a French ship? Could be a British ship. I don't know. Someone who's looking a little bit perturbed that there are pirates closing in on them. And of course there are cannonballs fired, all sorts of things. Well, let's have a look at the duplicate version of that. And there are some changes here. Lots of fun changes. So instead of a shark, we've got an octopus, and this captain's being fired on by his own men, and he's got a rower now. This guy's not riding a narwhal, he's riding a shark, and more cannons are being fired. So lots of stuff happening in this double page battle spread, which I think is a fantastic finale to the book. And then we've started on the second pages, and at the end we've got a little mermaid and find more treasure. Well, that's the updated Pirates. I'm excited to have this available for you guys. I've worked really hard to get it looking as good as I can get it. And I think we've elevated it from what it was, even though it was a fantastic book. And if you have it, you now have a collector's edition. The new book, if you're looking for something fun to colour and you like a bit of pirate action, well, you can't go past Pirates. With duplicates with a difference. Except in the hardcover where you've only got the single illos, because I know a lot of you only like single illos and really don't like duplicates. But for those of you who like the duplicates, you've got duplicates but with a difference. There it is, guys, Pirates. Rush out and buy it immediately. It's available now on Amazon from my website, rjhampson.com. You can get all the inside goss and see some inside pictures, and also click through to the places to buy it in both hardcover and in paperback, but also in digital downloads. If you prefer to print out and put it on your own paper, then this whole book is available. I've split it into, you can buy the original LO set and you can buy the duplicate set. And if you bundle them, you can get a great discount at rjhampson.com. So there it is, Pirates. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I shall see you in another video. Farewell.